Okay guys, I'm back at that park that I got that 1912 Barber dime from. I was having issues with my metal detector, so I decided to come back. What I did is that I had gotten these headphones with this metal detector, and the cable wasn't long enough, so I went to my local Radio Shack and I bought an extender cable, but I had it down here, zip tied down in here, and I was getting a lot of falsings, like there was targets real close to the top of the ground, and the metal detector seemed to be working. Then I also started to notice that I was having problems with ground balancing. So today I moved it from down here to on top of the handle so that I'm still able to use my headphones. The cable was way too short. I couldn't lay it down and dig my holes. I had to keep taking my headphones on and off. But I just got a target back at that park. Now, I was over there. This is a ball diamond they no longer use. It's just grass. Local kids may play ball here once in a while. I went back to the other park that I had previously showed in my last video, and they had some kind of a cleanup going on there, a neighborhood cleanup. They were actually crawling underneath the bleachers, picking up the trash and the bottle caps. So they're doing me a favor. They're picking up a lot of the garbage before I get there, and once they get done, I will go back. I don't know about today because I don't know how long they're going to be in there, maybe tomorrow. But I just got this signal here at this park. I'm not even sure what it is. It was quite a ways down there. I have this cheapo pinpointer, but it was, let's see, it was about right where my thumb is, deep in the hole, and this is where I got that 1912 Barber dime. I'm assuming it's a weedy. It was way down in there, but it's so crusted. I can't tell right now what it is. I tried wiping it off, but I don't want to wipe it excessively. I'm going to wait till I get home to finish cleaning it up. But today's a much better day than my last video. It's overcast. It's going to be in the low 60s. Hardly any humidity. Just a picture perfect day. No possible threat of getting heat stroke today. So I'm going to spend a couple hours here and see what I can come up with. But also with the headphone situation, I seem to have lost my depth. I was finding a lot of surface coins, not really, 2 inches deep maybe at the most. So I'm going to go back to the 1874 house. I've already been in contact with the owner, and he said I was more than welcome to come back. And I'm going to recheck his lawn, because whatever this issue was with this wire, I'm sure I must have missed a lot of deeper targets on his property, so I am definitely going to go back. But I wanted to show you that, and if I find anything else, I will get back to you. Okay guys, I just dug this hole, and I always see everybody else get multiple coin spills in a hole. This is my first older multiple coin spill. I mean, I'm definitely down there. I mean, I'm down the length of the wand, down in the hole. At first, I hit this penny, very green. I thought it looks kind of like wheat, but I'm not sure. And then I rescanned the hole, my pinpointer, and there's this other penny was directly below it. Really green. I'm not going to rub it. I'm not sure what kind of penny this one is. Then underneath that was this nickel. The war nickel. Wow, it's got a P on the back. My very, very first war nickel. I can't believe it. I see a lot of people dig these. This is my first one. I'm not going to rub it. I'm going to wait till I get home. Okay, but then underneath that, they were all stacked up. It's this buffalo nickel. It's my first buffalo for the year. I'm not going to rub that either. I think it's going to have a date on it. I'm not really sure. This is like 20 minutes after that other penny that I dug way over there really deep, which I did rescan the hole. I'm down there quite a ways. I don't think there's anything else in that hole. I'm going to definitely recheck it. I'm going to recheck it really good. They were all stacked up over here in this corner. This pinpointer is not a real good pinpointer, but does get fault signals once in a while. But I can't believe that. That is my first multi-older coin pocket spill. I mean, I'm at that park that I got that 1912 Barber dime, but I really didn't think there was any other targets left here. I mean, I've hit this pretty good, but like I said earlier, I moved my headphone cable from where it is now, from there, and I cannot believe the difference. I don't know if it was a zip tie. I mean, I'm at that park that I got that 1912 Barber dime, but I really didn't think there was any other targets left here. I mean, I've hit this pretty good, but like I said earlier, I moved my headphone cable from where it is now, from there, and I cannot believe the difference. I don't know if it was a zip tie, because it is a regular bread tie with a piece of metal in between, or if it was the cable itself giving faulting signals and causing it to not detect deep again. But now that I've moved it, I'm definitely getting back to my older, deeper targets. And there's just like the other park, there's lots and lots of grass here. There's another ball diamond way down there that they still use. I'm going to kind of stay away from that, but a lot of grassy area, a few older trees, a tot lot. They do have a pool here, but for some reason they haven't opened it yet this year. Whether they're going to open it or not, I don't know. But I'm going to continue hunting here, and let's see what happens. Okay, that is amazing. Okay, guys, I just got that older coin spill right over there. Now I'm like 2 more sweeps over and almost down as far as they were. Pepsi cap. Can you believe that? Alright. On to the next one. Okay, guys. It's been like a half an hour since I filmed last. But looking at the hole, and whatever I did seems to have worked. I mean, I've been here with my other a couple times this year, and I thought I pretty well had this place all hunted out, any good finds I could find, but just dug up another wheat, and it was down about that far, which I should measure this and see how long it is, but definitely getting some deeper targets, and I'm going to spend a little bit more time here. Already been here about 2 hours. There's not a lot of targets because I pretty much already picked up most of the surface finds, I guess, so that helps me out a lot too. So I'm digging mostly the deeper targets, which I am finding deeper bottle caps and pull tabs, but that pocket spill so far was the best find today. I haven't cleaned anything up, so I don't know what dates I got on that buffalo nickel, but when I get home I'll definitely be sure to clean them all up. Okay, I'll get back to you on my next good find. Okay guys, I'm not quite sure what I got here, but I'm in an area where there was some Revolutionary War battles here, but I don't know how much of this park has been gone over, but I just dug this, and it is quite heavy. Most of what I see people showing the finds down south, these are usually white in color. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be. The soil here is mainly clay. I really don't know if this is a musket ball or not, but definitely an interesting find. Let's see. It's shown up in the penny range, in wheat penny range actually. It's mainly the only reason why I dug it. And man, nice piece of history nevertheless. And if I can find anything else interesting, it's been quite a while for this. I mean, I've been going back and forth on this field. I mean, there's a lot of area. A few surface finds, but they're far and few in between. I really did hit this area pretty good. Okay, if I find anything else, I'll get back to you. Okay guys, my park hunting's over. I need to go pick up my daughter from school. I was here a total of 4 hours. Not a lot of targets, but I'm very happy with what I did find. I must have really covered most of the surface finds really good, and now the deeper targets are coming through. I searched all the way from this ball diamond cage back to those trees by that tot lot. Another swing set there, probably about halfway across, maybe not quite halfway across, to that ball diamond. That ball diamond they're still using, and just like in the other park, I don't want to be a bother or have any problems with somebody complaining I was over there digging holes. And these by that tot lot, another swing set there, probably about halfway across, maybe not quite halfway across, to that ball diamond. That ball diamond they're still using, and just like in the other park, I don't want to be a bother or have any problems with somebody complaining I was over there digging holes, interfering with their gameplay. So until the season is over, I'm not going to go anywhere near that. But I did cover all this area, like I said, all the way up to this batting cage. But I didn't go on this side at all. Over in there toward the tennis courts, there's a basketball court over there. There's the lawn. Extends quite a way back there yet. I don't know if I'm going to come back here tomorrow. I'm hoping to go to the other ball diamond park. And now that I feel I've corrected my problem with my Fisher F4, I feel confident I'm going to find some good targets there too. My silver slump is definitely over. As I showed in my video, I did come up with that war nickel with the P on the back. I don't know exactly what date it is until I get home. I came up with what I believe are, I think 3 or 4 wheats, but 2 of the wheats were down in there with that war nickel and that buffalo nickel. So until I get home and clean them up, I'm not going to be really sure what I have. But I will be posting my finds later. And as I said, I need to go pick up my daughter. So I'll be posting this, and I hope everybody enjoys my video, and happy hunting, and be safe. There was a couple areas out there I know that were filled dirt. There was broken glass and some tin can pieces in it. So I'm very glad that I'm wearing my gloves, and I hope everybody else is, and be safe. Thank you. Okay guys, I was back at that park today where I got that 1912 Barber dime. I was having some problems with my metal detector, and I believe that I have fixed it, and I have my depth back. And that's one of the reasons why I went back to that park, just to try to see if I can find some deeper targets. And I went to the park where the two ball diamonds were that were in my last video, but they were having some kind of a Green Day community cleanup or something going on there. They were actually in there. There was probably 15-20 people going around the park picking up paper. There was people crawling under the bleachers picking up bottle caps and bottles that had fallen under the bleachers. So I just thought that I wouldn't go in there today. I would let them finish cleaning up and doing whatever they had to do, so that wouldn't be in their way, or they wouldn't have any problems with me being there. But I did go back to that park, and this was the outcome of my finds. I ended up with 8 pennies, 4 clad dimes, 2 clad quarters. Now, all these finds that I'm showing you was found in areas that I have already hunted, even hunted with my new metal detector. But now that I have fixed my depth problem, I was able to obtain more depth, and most of these were deeper targets. There was a couple surface finds, but most of it was deeper. And I did get a couple wheats. Okay, this is the oldest wheat that I got today. Was a 1910. That was down probably about, I'd say about 6 inches. Okay, this was the first wheat that I showed you in the little video that I did. I don't know if you can see that on the back. It does say 1 cent. It's definitely a wheat. It is toasted on the front. I cannot even make out Lincoln at all on here. This big green spot, though the whole front was encased green just like that, and there's just not enough left to even tell what the date was. It's completely toasted. Okay, now I was showing you that stack of coins that I found, the multi-coin spill. These are exactly how they were stacked up in the hole. There was this wheat penny, which is a 1929 wheat. Next was this wheat penny. That's a 1942 wheat. Underneath that, which you can still see the green is on there, is a 1944. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. This camera does not focus well on close-ups. It's a 1944 P war nickel. Now that is my first war nickel that I've ever found. I've seen quite a few other people finding quite a few, and that's the only one that I've actually found. So that has broken my silver streak of not finding silver, so I'm back on the board. And underneath that one was this buffalo nickel, which you can just barely make out the date on the front, which is a 1926. There's no way I'm going to be able to focus in on it to show you. It's almost non-existent. I had to coat it with a little bit of cooking oil in order to see it, and rub it to get it to underneath the magnifying glass. But that was on the bottom of that stack. So on that stack I got a 1926 buffalo, a 1944 P war nickel, a 1942 wheat, and a 1929 wheat. The Fisher F4 is definitely working real well now, and I'm going to go back to that 1874 house. I feel now that I must have missed a lot of deeper targets having the problem that I had. And I already talked to the homeowner, and he told me I can come out anytime. But again, today it's been raining for the last hour, hour and a half again. But there's a few other finds that I did find. Now, these weren't very deep. Somebody out there was an Eagles fan. This is pretty nice. I mean, it's not broken. I know it's not gold or anything, but it's a nice find. I don't know. It was a keychain or maybe on his coat. I did find this coat. I believe it's a coat pole. It's not silver, but that was out there. Okay, I also found this jackknife. Now this was down a good 8-9 inches down in the clay. Now the blades are all rusted off, but it's still a nice relic. I don't believe it's, you know, anything significantly old. Maybe from the 60s. Okay, now the one thing that I did videotape that I did find is this. I don't know how well it is or is not focusing. I am in an area where there has been Revolutionary War battles. Now, everything that I see people showing is it's white. Now, the soil here is clay. It's not rusty. It's fairly clean. I don't know if this maybe is just an old ball bearing or not, but it does have quite a bit of weight to it. You know, it's pretty hefty. And I, for one, would not want to be hit with this if it was shot out of a gun. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but I'm going to find out. I know a few people locally that took up archaeology and have dug up quite a few musket balls. So I'm going to be asking them if that's what that is, or if anybody out there can tell me definitely if it is or is not. Either way, it's still a nice relic. I did dig a lot of junk. Piece of cast iron, bottle cap. Some of these bottle caps I showed, I think this one was down almost as deep as that stack of coins. Maybe it was this one. So a lot of fill has been brought in, I assume. Part of one of the old fence tops. Various pieces of metal. Tin cans that were crushed and buried. Pieces, I believe people are calling this can slaw, cans that are just eaten up by the lawnmowers. More beer taps. Now, I'm not sure what this was. This was down there quite a ways. I know it's nothing of any value. At one time it was bronze plated or colored. There's 2 or 3 pieces of it that were in the hole. It's cast, so it's definitely not, you know, ancient, but not sure what it was. It might have been part of the fence too, but that was down there. And this is the second one of these that I've dug. I dug one at the other park. You know, I know it's only a razor blade, a safety razor blade, but this shows how we really need to be safe out there. Now, I always wear my gloves. Now, I wouldn't want to be cut with this, and then, you know, maybe have to have stitches, and they ask you what you got cut with, then you're going to have a tetanus shot. So a good pair of gloves is definitely a must. I mean, you may not think that you would get cut, but I dug up some spots out there today that in the fill dirt there was broken glass, pieces of cans. You know, you go to grab in there thinking you got a coin and a piece of glass pops up and slices you. Now you're in the emergency room getting stitches. So we really need to be careful out there and definitely be wearing our gloves. Okay, now these 4 coins along with these other 2 wheats, the definite 1910. I don't think you can see the date. This camera does not have macro on it. But that's definitely a 1910, and this is a guess what year it is coin. You can see the one cent on the back like I said, but the front is definitely toasted. Okay guys, I'm back on the board with silver. Okay, that's definitely another silver coin. Let's see my list here. I'm still trying to meet my 50 silver coins for the year. Now that makes one more. I still have 38 silver coins to go, and I'm really hoping that that other park with that other ball field that I have not been to really search has a lot of silver in it. Or if I go back to this 1874 house, now that I fixed my metal detector and I'm getting my maximum depth out of it now, maybe I'll get some more older coins out of his yard. Hopefully more silver. Okay guys, that's it for now. Thanks for coming along. Got a couple firsts today. First buffalo for the year. First war nickel. First possible musket ball. Alright guys. Happy hunting and be safe.